we proceed in tackling the different topics, let us first define muscle. What is muscle? Muscle is a type of tissue in the human body that is responsible for movements. Muscles are essential for various physiological functions, allowing the body to move, maintain posture, and carry out internal processes.
Four properties of muscle tissues. Number one, irritability is the ability to respond to stimulus. Muscles can react to various signals such as electrical impulse or chemical signals, initiating a response that leads to muscle contraction. Number two, contractility is the ability of the muscles to generate tensions uncertain when it receives sufficient stimulations. When stimulated muscles fibers contract by pulling their ends closer together. This property involves the muscles to produce movements and exert force. Extensibility is the muscle's ability to lighten or stretch beyond the resting length. Muscles can extend or stretch to accommodate changes in body positions or movement. This property is crucial for flexibility and range of motion. Number four, elasticity is the ability of the muscle's fiber to return to its resting length after the strength is removed. After stretching following contractions, muscles can return to the resting length. This property ensures that muscles maintain their structures and are ready for subsequent contractions. Group of muscles. These groups of muscles was defined by fascia, a sheet of fibrous tissues. There are three compartments of the type. Number one, anterior compartment. Number two, posterior compartment. Number three, medial compartment. Anterior compartment is the flexor compartment since the muscle's primary functions to flex the wrist and digit. Number two, posterior compartment is the compartment directly behind the shin bone or that called tibia and underneath the large calf muscle. Number three, medial is the side of your knee closest to the other knee. The two kinds of muscles fiber. Number one, slow twitch fiber types. Number two, intermediate and fast twitch fiber types. Number one, slow twitch fiber types or slow twitch or type 1 are oxidate. Example, long distance runners and the cyclist. The fibers are red because of the high content of immunoglobulin in the muscles. These fibers have slow contraction time and very well suited for prolonged low intensity work. Endurance athletes usually have a high quality of slow twitch fibers. Number two, intermediate and fast twitch fiber types. Um, Fast twitch or type 2 fibers are further broken down into type 2A. Oxidative glycolytic and type 2B or glycolytic. The type 2A fiber is a red muscle fiber known as the intermediate fast twitch fiber because it can sustain activity for long period of contract with a burst of force and then fatigue. The white type 2A be out that the white type 2B fiber provides such with rapid force production under fatigues quickly.
Role of muscle. The human musculoskeletal system is often equipped with more muscles and motor units than are strictly necessary for basic movement. This redundancy provides a degree of flexibility and adaptability in movement execution. During a motor skill, the nervous system recruits specific muscles and motor units, tailoring the activation to the specific requirements of the task while leaving other muscle capabilities untapped. In addition to this, using only the necessary muscles reduces energy expenditure, making movements more efficient. Origin versus insertion. The term origin and insertion are used to describe the points of attachment of muscles in the human body. Origin: the origin of a muscle refers to its attachment point that is closest to the midline of the body or more proximal, closer to the center. The origin attachment is typically broader and more stable. It is the point from which the muscle begins its contraction. Insertion: the insertion of a muscle refers to its attachment point that is farther from the midline or more distal, farther from the center. The insertion often converges to a tendon, which attaches to a bone, allowing the muscle to exert its force and produce movement when it contracts. For example, in the biceps brachii muscle, the origin is on the scapula or the shoulder blade, while the insertion is on the radius bone in the forearm. Muscle action creating, opposing, and stabilizing movement. The terms agonist and antagonist are used to describe the roles of muscles in joint movement. Agonist: the agonist, also known as the prime mover, is a muscle or group of muscles that actively generates the force to create a specific joint movement. The agonist is primarily responsible for producing a particular movement such as flexion or extension at a joint. Antagonist: the antagonist is a muscle or group of muscles that opposes or produces the opposite joint movement to the agonist. The antagonist must relax to allow a movement to occur, or it may contract concurrently within the agonist to control or slow down the joint movement. It acts in coordination with the agonist to ensure smooth and controlled motion. Agonists and antagonists muscles often works in pairs or groups to produce coordinated movements. While one muscle contracts, the opposing muscle relaxes to allow the movement. For example, in the elbow joint during bicep curl up, the biceps brachii is the agonist responsible for flexing the elbow. The triceps brachii is the antagonist opposing the biceps by extending the elbow.
The three types of muscles in the human body are skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle. Skeletal muscle. These are attached to the bones and help with voluntary movements such as walking, running, and lifting weights. They are responsible for providing support and generating force. An example for this is quadriceps femoris. Quadriceps femoris, or quads for short, is a group of four muscles located in the front of the thigh. These muscles work together to extend the knee joint and are involved in activities such as walking, running, and jumping. The second one is smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are found in the walls of organs, blood vessels, and other structures. They're involuntary muscles that control functions like digestion, blood flow, and breathing. They work automatically without conscious content. An example for smooth muscle is blood vessel. Smooth muscles are present in the walls of blood vessels, including arteries, veins, and capillaries. They help regulate blood flow and blood pressure by contracting and relaxing to control the diameter of the blood vessels. Smooth muscles are involuntary and work without conscious control to perform essential functions in various systems of the body. The last one, or the third one, is the cardiac muscle. This is specific to the heart. They are involuntary muscles responsible for the rhythmic contractions that pump blood throughout the body. These muscles have unique properties that allow the heart to beat continuously and efficiently. A primary example of this is the heart itself. The walls of the heart are composed of specialized cardiac muscle tissue, and cardiac muscle allows the heart to contract and pump blood throughout the body. The activity pyramid is a guide that helps individuals plan out their physical activity based on different levels of benefits and risks. It provides a framework for incorporating various types of activities into a balanced and healthy lifestyle. The pyramid typically consists of different tiers or steps, each representing a different level of activity. Activity pyramid includes the following levels. The first one is sedentary or inactivity. This level represents activities that involve little to no physical movement, such as sitting or lying down for extended periods. It's important to minimize sedentary behavior and aim for regular physical activity. The second one is a light or moderate activity. This level includes activities that involves light to moderate physical effort, such as walking, gardening, or household chores. These activities contribute to overall movement and can be incorporated into daily routines. The third one is aerobic or cardiovascular exercise. This level focuses on activities that increase heart rate and breathing, such as running, cycling, swimming, or dancing. Aerobic exercises help improve cardiovascular fitness and endurance. The fourth one is strength and resistance training. This emphasizes activities that target muscle strength and endurance, such as weightlifting exercises. This helps build and maintain muscle mass. The fifth one, the last one rather, high intensity or sports activities includes activities that require high levels of physical exertion and intensity, such as team sports, interval training, or intense workouts. These activities challenge the body and can improve overall fitness and performance. Activity pyramid is important as it provides a visual representation and guidelines for maintaining a balanced and healthy lifestyle through physical activity. These are the few reasons why activity pyramid is considered important. First one is promotes physical health and prevents sedentary behavior, and also provides a framework for goal setting.
And hope